Okay, so I just got home around 8 something, and I had like the system update kind of thing going on with the computer. It was, ugh. Anyways, yeah, it took about a half hour or so, and yeah, anyways, it's fixed-ish now, and I stayed late, and then I got a ride home, and yeah, it's just, wow. So, interestingly enough, what I didn't know going into getting hired for this company is that they're trying to decide whether or not they want to keep the store or move it. And I was just like, what? And I was like, okay, alright. So I might be looking for another job soon, or whatever. That would suck, because if they move locations, I don't know where they're going to move, and but anyways, that kind of really sucks. But anyways, I was supposed to be off tomorrow, but I'm going into work. Yeah, I was asked to come in tomorrow, so yeah. But anyways, so here I thought I had some job security, and like everybody's like, yeah, you're learning so fast and everything. I messed up today, but it was fixed, and yeah. So there is a button that's located next to another button, and you go through kind of the same process when you're playing around with the cashiering. And I thought it was in one process, but it was not, and then it went through as a transaction, but they were able to fix it, so it's all good. I don't want to kick him out of the bed. I'm gonna go out anyways. I haven't even got myself a drink or anything. I'll just like flip. Wow, you're able to get from that far? Yeah, I do need to go this way a bit. Anyways, so someone asked me for my brain today. It was an interesting conversation. I was like, I'm kind of using it right now, but I was like, you can borrow parts of it, just a little bit. And they were like, oh good, because I'm tired of thinking. And I was like, okay. And so he needed a package for a ukulele. That's like the second person who's who was shipping one in this week. Well, someone was like returning one because they purchased one green ukulele, and then they purchased a green one and a pink one, I think, and They said they didn't need two neon green ukuleles, and they were supposed to get a pink one, but they sent two neon green ones, and so she was returning it, and I was like, okay, you know. So I helped her with that return, and then there was a male trying to return, ironically enough, like a pink, not return it, but he was getting a box so that he could ship it out. A pink ukulele, but this one had like stickers on it. And it was interesting. So I helped them get a box that would fit and some those packing peanuts, you know, those like little styrofoam things. But these ones are eco-friendly, which are interesting. Something about disintegrating in water. It's fascinating. So apparently someone tried it and it actually does. I was like, wow, that would really, really suck if like somebody's package went like for a swim. It's like, whoops. So, I have a sneaking suspicion that like one of the associates that like no call no showed and then got fired was trying to get maybe like unemployment or whatever. Because if you get fired, you have a better chance of getting unemployment than if you, you know, quit. And from what they were saying, that she was such a nice lady and everything, and she was always on time, and this was so unlike her and everything. And now, considering what I was just told today, because like I was like, I don't think, I mean, it's a grand company and the people there are nice, but if I knew that they were thinking about closing down the store, I possibly would not have applied. Just saying, because that isn't very, you know, I'm trying to put a nice word to it. I'm not finding any, it's not cool. I mean, of course they need associates to work this and everything, and but anyways, so I'm not into like, you know, signs and everything. If someone wants to like put me down a proper path, they're gonna have to sit there and come to me direct and go, hey, here are your options. would you like to do it this way or that way, you know, kind of thing. Because I've done like some research in these things, and like there's like, you know, an inkling little voice in my head is like, oh, maybe it was a sign that the background check taking so long. That could have been a sign to like look elsewhere, and like I possibly would have if I knew that there was a chance that the store I just, you know, I'm working in has like a 50-50 shot of either relocating and or okay, so I'm trying to put this in terms that everyone might understand. Okay, well, the store is either going to relocate or they're going to, like, you know, close it, or they could, like, you know, keep it open and stay with it. So it's a 50-50 of that. And I was like, well, closing doesn't help me. Relocating, depending on where they're relocating, it doesn't help me. And it doesn't help this other female that, like, cause like, yeah, that she's like, she can't, you know, make huge trips and everything because like gas prices and whatnot. And I mean, if they relocate on this block, I'm dandy, and if I'm asked to continue to work, you know. But yeah, it's just I'm worried again. Freaking everything there. And I haven't worked in this place long enough to even get a lick of what is that called? Unemployment. Because in the state I'm in, you have to have worked in the job for at least I think it's 48 weeks. And it's crazy. It's like my last job, I was trying to apply for unemployment until I could get another job, you know, because like rent and financial things, you know, food. But yeah, there's all these nice little rolls. It's like, no. It's like, yeah, you made it past your 90 day, but 6 months isn't enough. It's like, what? Why? Frack. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, yeah, kinda sucked. But this one, I've only been working like, you know, a few days, 6 days so far. I'm like, flip. Flip. I hope everything's gonna turn out fine. I just hope. Oh. I'm trying not to be a leech to the government, you know, because, you know, that's not. So, trying to think of some later news. Oh, someone had told me to stay out of the hot sun. Oh, like, yeah, I do that. And that if somebody offers me money, take it and run. And I was like, I don't know if I could do that, but okay. He's like, if I can offer you some advice, and I was like, okay, sure. He's like, stay out of the hot sun, and I was like, okay, I do that anyways. And he's like, if somebody offers you a ton of money, take it and run. And I was like, I can't really do that one. He's like, ah. He's like, but this is the advice. And I was like, okay. It was an older male. He told me to refer to him as the crazy one. I was like, okay. Alright, let's see. Are we in a warm biome? I see kelp. I'm still checking to see if there's any flippin' ocean water ruins. So who knows? We might go from a cold biome to a warm biome. Sorry, there was some tapping over there. It got my attention. Oh, dude, at work, as we were closing up and everything, something sounded like it fell, and nobody was down the aisle, and the boss, the manager on duty, he's like, oh yeah, it's haunted, you know, the store is haunted, but it doesn't act up until we're ready to close. And then the female who was the nice one who gave me the rights, excuse me, I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to come on to anybody, I was just trying to itch something. Okay, so anyways, so the female who had given me a ride the other day, she had said that she had like saw somebody walk past the aisle like the other day, and she was like, she was looking for people, like, cause she closes a lot, and she was looking for to make sure that everybody was out. Oh, thank you, Dolphin. Was making sure that everybody was out of the store. Sorry, I saw something. And before they, like, you know, closed up, and she saw someone move behind the aisle, and she was like, she called out, she was like, oh hey, we're closing you know, unless you wanna, you know, unless you wanna be stuck in here all night, and blah blah blah. And she walked down the aisle, and she looked, and then she walked the whole thing again, and she couldn't find anyone. She went up and down the aisle like 3 to 4 times. And it was like, wow. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah. And then the manager's like, oh, I got one better for you. We heard, you know, he was like, him and this other cashier was, they were closing up and they heard something fall on one of the aisles. Nobody was there. And they had already locked the doors. They had already looked to see if anybody was still shopping. And they heard something fall. So they both kind of, you know, walked over and looked. There was nothing, none of the aisles had anything that fell. And I was like, whoa. I was like, okay, alright. I was like, so the little, I was like, I haven't like, damn, you're probably stuck, aren't you? Oh, there's two of them. Give me a second. Oh, three of them. Did that one fall down? No? Okay, good. Alright, so I need to get around. But I was like, wow, that's interesting. I was like, wow. I was like, did anyone like pass? There's a graveyard right across the street from this, and there's we have what is that called? Right next to it is like right in the same shopping center is a an alcoholic vape store or something like that. I don't know. But they get traffic all the flipping time, obviously, because there's people who need that kind of, we'll just say medicine. It's adult medicine. Oh my goodness, it's a pink one. That's not something you see very often. Okay. There's off in the wild. I guess it is natural color. I wonder how they got that color though. Is it rolling around in some like pink posies or something? Pink tulips? Yeah, there was no changing my computer's mind about the system update. It was like, no, you're doing this now. And I was like, I didn't even know there, like, I didn't pause any update or anything. It's just like, no, this is happening now. Just deal. And it's like, oh, okay, all right, okay. So cute. Alright, so, yep, those are probably the pink posies that, like, get rolled in just to get pink. I mean, what other natural way is there to make a pink sheep? That looks like a good place to, excuse me, pardon me, you're in my build zone. that wolf just staring? Alright, so this is a very, very short one. I apologize, but at least you know I was still alive, right? And those of you who don't care, I'm sorry I didn't give you enough content, whatever. I'm gonna try to get home earlier, but, you know, hey, if I have to do stuff, I'll have to do stuff. If not, no, I'll try to be here as soon as I can, so. Alrighty, so 150% hyper bolt. I don't know. Probably saying that wrong. But anyways, have a good one.